Just the line comes.
12 Hollywoodbets Durban July hopefuls line up in the World Sports Betting 1900 on Saturday.
Pacaya got there on the line from Quasiforsure.
Whilst the winner is not automatically guaranteed a run in Africa's greatest race, a win will certainly boost their chances.
Just the line comes.
The race sees graded stakes performers taking on progressive types
Cape Eagles finding more though.
who are stepping up in class.
Quasiforsure exploding through, and Quasiforsure to win.
The WSB 1900 has the first of Justin Snaith's champion season runners, Pacaya, at the top of the boards. Having been off the track for 7 months, the son of Trippy won the listed Gordon's Gin Jetmaster Stakes in his second run back.
The closing stages, Pacaya flying. Very close. Maybe Pacaya got there on the line from Quasiforsure.
He was then put away for another 4 months before travelling up to KZN for champion season.
I'm very happy the way Pacaya travelled up to Natal. He's in good form. His work has been of a good standard. He's quite well weighted in this race, and we're just looking for a good positive start to the Natal season for him.
Carrying 54 and off a merit rating of 104, he still comes in 2 kgs under sufferance with the likes of ARAGOSTA, but jumps from a good draw of 4. Quasiforsure has won 5 times from 14 to 1600 metres. Tristan Godden has been in the irons for 3 of those and is back on board again.
But Quasiforsure exploding through, and Quasiforsure to win going away.
He's been a lovely horse throughout his career. Obviously we had major concerns with him, and he missed most of his 3-year-old year. He actually never raced for a whole year, but he got himself back on track quickly in Cape Town. He ran second at his first start over 1400, then he won very well over a mile, and then we all know the infamous mile result. Although he ran second, he didn't blot his copybook at all. Since he's come back to Durban, he's thrived. His first up win was very pleasing. He turned it on properly over the 1400 and put a good pinnacle plate field to bed very quickly.
He tries the 1900 for the first time, having not gone past the mile. His breeding is somewhat inconclusive as to whether he'll get the trip, with his sire having won up to 2-4 and his dam not further than 1400.
He's actually a wonderful horse to train. Although he's quite delicate, he's got a magnificent nature. He just does everything right. He relaxes in his work, and he's very good in his action at the moment heading into Saturday's race.
How do you see pace in the race?
Well, I think this rendition of the race is actually going to be a true reflection. There's a noted front runner in the race who's going to probably ensure a very decent gallop from the get-go. I think that's going to give most horses in the race a chance to find their positions early. So I don't foresee any hard luck stories in the race on Saturday.
Like Pacaya, Rascallion also spent time away from racing before winning the Grade 2 Antonage Rupert Wine Premier Trophy in his 3rd run back.
Closing stages, the line comes. Rascallion kept going. Rascallion won it.
Michelle, he's done very well since he's arrived here at Summerveld. He did run in the Met, and that was his last run, yes, sure. He's done quite a bit of work here, but he will need the run. If he wins with the amount of work that he's done, then I'll be ecstatic. But he's looking very well, as you saw early on, and I just hope he runs a decent race.
How would you describe him as an individual?
Oh, he's a lovely horse to work with, and he just does what he has to do. He's not a very, very good workhorse, but he just puts in his work and enjoys himself. So, we're all going on the right track, and we've just got to hold thumbs.
Pace in the race?
Yeah, I think, with a couple of lightweights, I'm sure there will be a pace. I think a horse of Andre Knowles will be up there. He runs like that, and he's got 52 on his back, so, he's got a handy galloping weight. We've got 62, so there's 10 kilos, which is a lot of weight, But it'll be a good prep run for him. The July is some 7-8 weeks away, so, as Naas Botha used to say, the Currie Cup's not won in May, so let's see how we go.
In the past year, Cape Eagle has gone from a 68 to a 95 in the ratings, having won 5 of his last 6 starts.
And Cape Eagle's going to win it. Cape Eagle won it.
He steps up in class here.
Charlotte's obviously going to be another test for him. He had a fantastic off-season, and we thought we'll throw him in the deep end early on in the season just to know where we are. Obviously we nominated him for the July, and so we planned this race. We really aimed him at this race, and like you say, he's going to come in with bottom weight. He likes going forward, so the draw I don't think is going to matter too much, and as long as he's got his gate speed. And he's in a good space. He's come through his prep as well as what we wanted him to, and it's now whether he can step up to this type of position.
He has a story behind him.
As a young horse he had colic surgery and he hadn't even had a run yet, and so he missed his whole 3-year-old career. So like I say, he doesn't owe us anything. He's really been a great horse for us in the last year or so. So what he's done has been fantastic for Mrs. Platner, and this is, like I say, is a test for him, so we just want to see where we are with him.
Could he make the pace in the race?
Look, he's a horse with a natural gait speed, and he likes going forward. Look, I think he can settle in. It's not the end of it if he gets one to lead him, but we'll leave it to Sean. Obviously riding arrangements had to change with the weight, and unfortunately Rob can't do it. So we'll leave it to Sean and just play it by ear.
Stable companion to Pacaya is one-way traffic.
And one-way traffic wins by 3-4.
Since winning the Vodacom 2200 on July Day last year, he's been sparingly raced.
One-way traffic had a very quiet summer season. I just couldn't get him looking the way he did in the winter in Natal. I do think he's back to good form. This will certainly be a race that will bring him on. From the bad draw, he'll have to give a lot of start, but I wouldn't be surprised to see him do some low-end flying. And one, the punters should follow. We are hoping for a positive run here and a good start to his Natal campaign.
Winner of the Grade 1 World Sports Betting SA Derby last year, ARAGOSTA, went on to run a cracking third to Puerto Manzano in the Betway Summer Cup in November. He's only been out once since in the Grade 1 World Sports Betting Premier's Champions Challenge 2 weeks ago. Running without cover, he crossed the line just less than 3 lengths behind Puerto Manzano. Craig Zaki retains the ride and is drawn well at 5. The Brett and James Crawford-trained Winchester Mansion is a Grade 3 winner over the 2-4. He comes back from a 4-month layoff and having been gelded, but's well weighted with a good draw at 2. Perhaps the dark horse of the race.
Winchester Mansion is lunging to the wire. They come, and it's very close.
Winchester Mansion, this boy's doing very well at home. Been improving by the week. Been improving with each piece of work actually, and from draw 2 with 52 on his back, I think he has to be a respected runner on the day.
And yes, Flying Bull is clearly...
4-time winner and Grade 3 placed Flying Bull is another who's returned to racing after a break.
Yeah, it's his third run after a break, and he had a nice long break, he had a nice holiday. So his first run he needed quite badly. His second run, a fantastic run where he ran second to the stable companion. He's had a great prep. There's a lot of horses coming off from a break that are probably going to be needing their runs. The other horses that are improving, they're on their way up. So it is an interesting race. He's drawn wide, but I don't think it's going to worry him because he's a galloper. He likes to go up there and gallop. So I think that as the noms came out, Simanga's agent was on the phone and said, we've got to ride him. I think Simanga's been placing him on all his rides that he's ridden him, and I think we could get lucky depending on how the Cape horses travelled. I mean, Rascallion's got amazing form, but coming back off his Met run, so he might just need it. Pacaya's, he's been prepped for the July, so this is an important run for him. So he's probably going to be the horse that we have to beat, just on current form. And of course, there's a lot of Joburg colts as well that are really nice. But we're happy, we're excited, and we're going to be very competitive, I can assure you.
Could you make the pace?
I'm hoping if nothing goes, we can go. He likes to gallop. He doesn't have to go to the front, but he certainly can't canter and sprint. So, yeah, I think they're all going to show there'll be a half-decent pace if nobody else goes.
Winner of the Grade 3 Victory Moon Stakes over 1800 is the Sean Terry-trained Litigation. He since won a Pinnacle Stakes in open company, beating stable companion Naas into second. But the recent World Sports Betting Premier's Champions Challenge didn't go his way.
Litigation, the red and white spotted cap.
Litigation takes his chances here in the World Sports Betting 1900. I was disappointed with his last showing in the Group 1. However, it was a very slow run race and we had decided to drop him out and change tactics, and it backfired really badly. The pace was so slow. In fact, it was 2 seconds slower than the fillies race on the same day. He's come out of the run very well. He'll travel down on Friday morning, and I feel he has some sort of a chance here. Having said that, Winchester Mansion looks like a handicapping certainty. Having been beaten only 2.5 lengths by Rascallion in receipt of a half a kilo, he now receives 10 kilos, and based on that, we may all be racing for second.
Electric Gold is a 4-time winner from the mile to 1800 metres.
And Electric Gold, a powerful finish, won it by 4.
I've got Electric Gold running in the World Sports Betting 1900 at Greyville on Saturday. I haven't had him for all that long, but I think he's made the right progress to run in a race like this. He's doing well at home. He's not in my routine 100% yet, but I think he's ready for this task at hand, and I'm hoping that he travels down well and gives a very good account of himself.
The listed place son of Pomodoro, Ndlamu, is consistent but faces strong opposition here.
Drive to the wire and Ndlamu will conquer the enemy.
Ndlamu's a game soldier. He never disgraces himself. I haven't tried him over 1900, but he has run well over 1750 previously. I'm just interested to see how he goes over the distance in this type of company, and I can plan forward from here.
Unlike several others in the field, the Candice Dawson-trained RAISEAHALLELUJAH is sure to get the trip and is drawn at pole.
RAISEAHALLELUJAH, he's been doing really nicely at home, and we're very happy with the space he seems to be in. You know, obviously needing his last run, we just use that as a prep gallop for this. Out of Stallgate 1 with Atendiwe on, of 52 kilos. You know, we're hoping to be competitive if all goes well, and obviously this race will give us a very good indication of where we're going.
And quality of the field?
Yeah, look, you know, it's a good race. You know, obviously with the Pinnacle conditions, it makes it a little bit more difficult for the top weights. But you know, the good horses come through.
Everyone's there trying to contest, get their ticket into the July. So it's obviously a competitive race. There are horses that are coming off small breaks and horses that have had hard seasons in Joburg. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see where everyone stands with their horses.
You've obviously got high quality horses coming through. You've got Rascallion, who sets the standard. He's Group 1 placed, ideally drawn. You've got a lot of young improvers, not fully tested yet, so probably under the radar. So I think in reality, it's actually going to be a very competitive race.